So today we're going to do some side lying exercises. These are really good to work your glutes, mobilise the hip joint and get some side oblique work done as well. So we're going to start to do an oyster. So we're cupping the head and we're lifting the waist off the mat, so we're activating that underside of the body. You've got your hand on your hip, make sure the elbow is in line with your hip, the hips are in line with your heels. And you're going to take that top leg up, just moving the thigh bone, just coming up as much as you can. As soon as you feel it in the bottom, that's as high as you need to go. And you're just going to do 10 of these. When you've done 10, you're going to let it come down. You're going to push up onto the elbow, so you're on the forearm now, and we're going to do a high oyster plank. You literally just lift up and down. Hold it up there and then come down. And 10 of these. This will really work the underside, so the bottom glute as you push up. Lovely, just 10 of those. Then you slide the arm down and rest it on your arm. Take the top leg out and bring the top arm to the mat, elbow pointing down towards your thigh. And all you're going to do here is you're going to bend the knee, bring the thigh up, tap the elbow, keeping it at hip height. So don't go low and don't go too high. Nice and slowly. This is a great movement. It mobilises your hip joint, strengthening that area that can get really tight. But you also feel a little bit of glute work as well. So again, 10 of those. When you finished that movement, you're literally just going to slide the bottom leg out and you've got your legs stacked, okay? So as soon as you flex your feet and kind of start lengthening through those legs, the legs will naturally just come off the floor and you'll find yourself on your hip bone. Then you're just going to raise the legs a little bit higher so you activate your side obliques. And you're just going to hold that for a slow count of 10. And then keeping the bottom leg still, just take the top leg up, not too high, just 10 times, and this will take the work a little bit more intense into those side obliques. And then you hold the top leg up and you lift the bottom leg up towards that top leg. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10, and you just intensifies the movement. Then bring the bottom leg and top leg together, bring the legs down. So from here we're going to do a stretch. We're going to push ourselves up onto our elbow and take that leg that we just worked and cross it over the body, coming up to seated. So from here you're pulling the leg that you just worked with the opposite arm and then just look over that opposite shoulder and you'll feel a lovely stretch all around that hip joint, really energising it. And then before we go on to the other side, let's just do the mermaid. This can really help to really stretch out that hip that you've just worked. So you might find that when you sit in the mermaid, so the front leg is bent and the back leg is going back, that your hip, you can't sit on both sit bones. So just mobilise the hip by pushing up and pressing down just a couple of times, and that maybe will release some of the tension around the hip joint, and then just see if you can sit back a little bit better on those sit bones. So we're going to take the arm over towards that bent leg first, so you get that lovely stretch. And then you're going to bring the arm back, slide it down onto the elbow and lift the arm, opening the rib cage overhead. And then you're going to push up and go over, push back, and then bring the other arm over. We do this 3 times. It's a really nice stretch. Try to keep your bottom as close to the mat when you go over. It will roll off a little bit when you take the arm overhead, but that's fine. And then we can come on to the other side. So literally just move your legs around to the other side, starting with the oyster, hand underneath the head, the hips, the heels and the elbow all in alignment. You're holding that hip so the pelvis is nice and squared, feet glued together. Just take that top thigh up by using your thigh bone. And again, 10 of these. Once you've done 10, you're just going to push up onto your forearm, elbow in line with the hip still, and you're going to do a high plank oyster, really reaching up and down, 10 of these. And then slide the arm out, slide the leg out, front arm, top arm in front of you on rib cage, just for balance, but also for you to bring the thigh to that elbow. And you're going to tap 1, 2 for 10, keeping that leg nice and even at hip height. When you've done 10, take the leg, lengthen it out, slide the underside leg and flex the feet. Come onto your hip bone and lift those legs and hold that. So we're just going to hold that for a slow count of 10, and then you're going to take the top leg up 10 times. Once you've done the 10th one, hold it up there and bring the bottom leg to meet the top leg 10 times, really intensifying that feeling in your side obliques. And then just bring the legs down, bend the knees, push up. Bring that leg you just worked across the body in a nice twist, and pull and look over your shoulder to intensify the stretch, so it really gets right into that area of the body that we just worked quite hard. And then you're going to grab that ankle with the opposite arm, take it out into the mermaid, so the mermaid position, and then from here going over to the hand first that's resting by the bent leg, and then sliding the arm down, over, reaching, opening that rib cage, and then push up and go over and down. 3 of these, 3 on each side, really nice end to your side lying sequence. As I say, this will work your glutes, your side obliques, but also energise our hip joints, very important. Lovely.